What if your future self could see you right now? Not the version you show to people, not the version you pretend to be when you feel motivated, but the real version of you, the one that shows up when no one is watching, the one that makes decisions in silence, the one that chooses comfort or discipline without anyone knowing. Would that future version of you feel proud, or would it quietly stand there, disappointed, watching you repeat the same patterns again and again? Because the truth is something most people avoid. Your future is not something waiting for you somewhere ahead. It is being built right now, in real time, through the smallest decisions you make every single day. The way you wake up, the way you react to laziness, the way you scroll without thinking, the way you delay what you already know you should do. It feels small in the moment, almost invisible, but it is not small. It is shaping your identity. It is building your life quietly without asking for permission. Most people believe their life will change one day, through a big opportunity, a perfect moment, a sudden breakthrough. But that moment never comes the way they imagine, because life does not transform in one big event. It transforms in repetition, in consistency, in the things you do when you do not feel like doing them. And that is where most people lose control of their future, not because they failed once, but because they stayed consistent in the wrong direction. You tell yourself, I will start tomorrow, but tomorrow never arrives as something new. It always becomes another today where the same habits repeat, the same excuses return, the same delays continue, and slowly, without realizing it, time starts moving faster than your intentions. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and one day you look back and feel something heavy, not because you were incapable, but because you were inconsistent. That is the silent danger. Consistency does not care if your habits are good or bad, it will build results anyway. And if your daily actions are weak, distracted, and delayed, your life will slowly reflect that. Comfort feels harmless at first. It feels like rest. It feels safe. But over time, it becomes a trap. It removes urgency from your life. It weakens your discipline. It makes effort feel heavier than it really is. And once that happens, your goals do not disappear suddenly. They fade quietly. There is a stronger version of you that already exists. A version of you that is focused, disciplined, controlled, and clear. But that version does not appear automatically. It is waiting on your actions. And every time you choose comfort over effort, you delay becoming that person. Every excuse you repeat is not just a thought, it is a direction. Every delay is not just a moment, it is a pattern forming inside you. And this is where everything changes. Because at some point, you have to stop blaming time, luck, or circumstances. You have to face a simple truth. No one is coming to fix your life. No one is coming to build your discipline. No one is coming to make your decisions for you. It is all on you. And that realization feels heavy, but it is also powerful. Because the moment you accept that responsibility, you take your control back. Your future is not random. It is constructed through habits, through discipline, through repeated actions that seem small but become everything over time. Every single day you are either reinforcing your old self or building a new one. There is no neutral ground. Even when you do nothing, you are still choosing not to grow, choosing not to act, choosing to stay the same. And those choices, they compound. Just like money compounds over time, your habits compound into identity, and your identity becomes your destiny. And if this continues, if you keep repeating the same patterns without awareness, you will not feel the damage immediately. That is what makes it dangerous. Because failure is not always loud. It does not always break you in one moment. It builds slowly, silently, through small decisions that feel harmless at first. One missed opportunity, one delayed action, one moment where you chose comfort instead of growth. And over time, these moments start to shape your reality. You wake up one day and something feels off. You are not where you thought you would be, not as strong as you imagined, not as disciplined as you once promised yourself. And the truth becomes clear. It was never about lack of talent. It was never about bad luck. It was about inconsistency. Now imagine a different path. Imagine a version of you 5 years from now who refused to stay the same. A version of you who decided that small daily discipline matters more than temporary comfort. This version of you does not wait for motivation. It does not depend on feelings. It acts because it has trained itself to act, even when it is tired, even when it is bored, even when it does not feel like it. That version of you is calm under pressure, focused under stress, clear in direction, strong in discipline. And the most important part is this: that version is not created in the future. It is being created right now, through what you choose next. Every time you choose focus over distraction, you are building control. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you are building strength. Every time you choose action over delay, you are changing your direction. But if you ignore these moments, the opposite happens. Every excuse becomes a pattern. Every distraction becomes a habit. Every delay becomes part of your identity. And identity is powerful, because once something becomes your identity, you stop questioning it. You start living it. This is why repetition matters more than intensity. You do not need one perfect day. You need many consistent days. Days where you show up even when you do not feel ready. Days where you do the work even when no one is watching. Days where you stay focused even when distractions are easier. Because these are the days that build your future self. Not the emotional days. Not the highly motivated days, but the normal, quiet, disciplined days. Now think about this deeply. One day, you will look back at your current self, and in that moment, there will only be two emotions: gratitude or regret. Gratitude because you stayed consistent when it was hard, or regret because you waited too long to take action. There is no middle outcome. Time does not reward intention. Time rewards action. And action must be repeated, because one action does not change your life, but repeated actions do. A single hour of focus may feel small today, but repeated daily, it becomes mastery. A single act of discipline may feel insignificant today, but repeated daily, it becomes identity. And identity becomes your entire life. This is where most people get it wrong. They want big results without small consistency. They want a different future while repeating the same present. But life does not work like that. Life responds to patterns, and your patterns are built through your daily choices. So the real question is not whether you can change your life. The real question is, will you stay consistent long enough to see it happen? Because your future is not waiting somewhere far away. It is being shaped right now through what you choose to do today.